Hello, I'm Carrie from Stampin' Up. Thanks for tuning in to learn more about our Quilted Christmas Suite. This suite includes several products and they are just so cute and charming. They were designed to create a special handmade quilted Christmas look that everyone just falls in love with. So let's take a look at some of the product. We have the Quilted Christmas Designer Series paper. This is a 6x6 stack, so you get 48 sheets, 12 different designs, and you get 4 sheets of each design. So this is just a sample of each of the different designs. There are lots to choose from. You can see that the patterns were inspired by traditional quilting patterns, and some even have stitching lines, which is such a cute detail to add to your finished projects. The colors are great for a traditional Christmas look, but I love the addition of our pool party and our fun lemon lime twist because it just updates and freshens up the color scheme. Next we have the Christmas Quilt Stamp Set. The images here were designed to work together to build quilt patterns, and they coordinate beautifully with the Quilt Builder Framelits. These framelits, this set includes pieces with stitching lines, like this one, that complement the stamp set and the designer series paper, and it also includes layering pieces that you can use to create a quilt pattern. And then of course there's some cute basic shapes like the little needle and spool. I also wanted to point out the Quilt Top Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. This creates an actual quilted texture to your finished project. And speaking of that, let's move all of this aside and actually put together a quick project so you can see the magic of using all of these products together. I'm going to start by using this pinwheel design from the stamp set, and then I'm going to use the solid patterns to fill in the pinwheel. The way they coordinate together is so fun. So here's my pinwheel stamp, and I'm going to use Garden Green ink and just Whisper White cardstock. You can see that fun stitching pattern. It's already starting to look like a quilt, but now let's add some color. So this is my stripe pattern. I'll ink that up with Lemon Lime Twist. This is the trickiest part of getting this lined up. It might take a minute, but just take your time. Make sure that the points line up with your stitched pattern. Stamp that down, and then you'll stamp it one more time. Skip one space and then stamp it again so you have alternating colors. And now we'll go with our second pattern, the little polka dots, and I'll stamp this one in Pool Party. A good tip is to use a darker pattern or a darker color for the stitching lines and a lighter color for the solid pattern because it's easy to see that darker color and get those patterns lined up. So there's my pinwheel with the fun texture and color. You can see how fun that stamp set goes together and the pieces work together, but it's even more fun when you use the framelits. Now when you go to cut this out with your Big Shot, first I'm going to use this big star to frame the pinwheel and cut it out. But I also want to use the coordinating piece to add some stitching lines. So I'll put this just inside, and I can run it through the Big Shot with both pieces like that. So you'll end up with a piece that looks like this. You get the cutout pinwheel and then that cute little stitching line that just adds such a fun detail and makes your finished project that much more special. Maybe you can see the stitching if I turn that over a little bit. Now let's create a background with that Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. I'm going to use a sheet of our Designer Series paper. And here's our embossing folder, so I'll just layer that paper in, run it through the Big Shot, and this is how it will look when it comes out. Can you see that? It looks like it's been quilted. It creates that beautiful quilted texture. So here's what it looks like when it all comes together. You can see our stitched pinwheel and that beautiful quilted texture in the background. We've used the piece greeting from the stamp set, and look how cute the trim and the stitched shape embellishments look. Isn't the coordination beautiful? When you give away a card like this, your loved ones will be so amazed, and they'll never know how easy it was to make. Let's look at a few more projects made with this suite of products. Look at all of these cute projects. Whether you're making gift packaging or tags, home decor or cards, this is such an easy way to create special projects with that charming handmade Christmas look. And it's as easy as purchasing your own Quilted Christmas Stamp Set and coordinating tools. Contact your demonstrator or add them to your cart on StampinUp.com today. Thanks for joining me.